Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In this three lecture series, our theme is learning from our experiences. And once we take this as our spiritual practice or our lifestyle while living in this world, then you will see most of the problems get dissolved. We don't have to solve the problems. And therefore, we have to constantly be aware that whenever we are living every moment of our life, this process of learning should not stop. For example, the other day in Brazil, in the yoga studio, yoga students, they asked me to talk about yoga sadhana. And there, in the niyam, yama, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, in that niyam, there is one thing called as santosha or contentment. So, on that while talking I said, contentment should be applied in which area that we must know. If we are content, it's okay, I got good house, everything is fine, then no, that will lead you to laziness. On a spiritual path, there should not be contentment. In the material world, if you want to achieve something, there should not be contentment. See? Otherwise, what happens? There is nothing that can inspire us to achieve something in life. There are three things. One is passion, second is dispassion, and third is compassion. So whenever we want to work in the outer world, we have to work passionately. And to work passionately in the outer world, we require discontentment in life. See, I want to achieve more. See, it is something like, it's just an example. I run 100 meters in, let us take, 1 minute. And if I am satisfied with that, then I will never go further. So I have to have discontent. No, I must do it in 40 seconds. So that kind of discontentment is the inner propelling force. With that we have to lead our total life. Otherwise, if we have that thing, no, I am content. I have seen there are areas in India where people are so content, they don't work at all. And therefore that whole area is absolutely backward. And they are saying, no, we are okay like this, we have no problem. There is no industry, there are no great farming, no nothing. Poverty everywhere, but they are miserably comfortable. Like many people are comfortably miserable. See, therefore, when we recognize this, whenever we have become dull, understand this virus of contentment has gone in. Now, where this discontentment should be applied? Number one. This comes in Ramcharitmanas as well as Valmiki Ramayana. When we are chanting Lord's name, we should not be content. Like we go to so many houses and people always the males make the fun of the wives or the ladies. Always they make. But actually the whole world is run only because of the ladies. But they will never appreciate it. So in one house when I went, on the calendar, There were Indian dates in Devanagari. There were English dates in the same box. Plus somebody has written some figures. 6, 8, 12. So when I was watching that, I said, hey, what is this calendar? I understand this is English date, this is the Indian date. But somebody has written something. What is that? Because my process is learning. So, this is Swamiji. My wife, she keeps an account. Account of what? How many malas she have done, the japa. So, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. And suppose she has done 6 mala that day, she'll be writing in the red box 6. Sometime it is 5, she'll write 5. Sometime it is 10, she'll write 10. I said, because there is no any sequence or any system that you can understand. You know, whatever it happens. And then he started making fun of her. She is bargaining with the Lord. I have chanted so much of your name. What did you give me? This kind of husband who doesn't understand? See? I said, look here. Do you know? She is wiser than you. How come? I said, because when you are chanting the Lord's name, during that period, you are out of the worldly thoughts. Now, how it is? You will see, we are not disturbed because of thoughts. We are carried away by the momentum of the thoughts. There are 2 types of thoughts. One type of thought is the one which ends in itself. The second type of thought is the one which breeds the next thought. Like, I get up early morning, when everybody is sleeping, I am awake. Then, what the wise people do early morning? Take a cup of tea. So, in a new house I go, I tell them first thing, kindly keep the kettle and everything near so I can take tea in the morning. And then they keep. And then there is no tea leaves kept anywhere. So, in the morning I get up. First, not Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Tea, 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 tea. And unless I get the cup of tea, I am disturbed. So, then I will go to the kitchen and find out where is the kettle and where is the cup and where are the tea leaves. So, I want a cup of tea. Why these people don't keep it in my room only? I have to go to that place. Anyway, I have to go. No, I can't help anything. Now, who can you disturb in the morning? One after another thought is bred. Because I want a cup of tea is a finite subject. Whenever the theme of your thoughts is finite, you start breeding thoughts. And we have to stop it. And this one after another thoughts, they are generated, and as a result, they gather a momentum. This is how those people who claim to be sentimental, they are preparing to be mental. They keep on thinking, I don't know why these people. You only think, create a question, you only answer, you only create, continue, go on and on and on. See? And then this becomes our second nature. Now the question is, where did you learn this from? Because you are learning. So I tell you where I learned this. For the first time when I was given the Diksha, Gayatri Mantra, so we were told, chant 11 times loudly. Now, who is a ideal disciple? He who doesn't listen to Guru is an ideal disciple. I was that. So I thought, why only 11 times? I can chant 108 times. And why loudly? I don't know to show to the public. I do it in the mind. Not knowing what is my capacity. But that self-confidence, overconfidence rather. And then I started. Now the mind is like a baby who can lift at the most a papad at a time. But now I will lift a bucket of water. What is the condition of the child? The same thing. So the mind invoked Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. One window, another window. I have not washed clothes for last 3 days. I had to wash the clothes. Another window, every day idli, dosha, idli. They can't prepare anything else. And why get up early morning? Is God not available in the afternoon or what? So at a time, so many windows were operating. And as a net result, I used to forget, how many times I have done? Again, start again. And I have never done, even my whole life, the complete mala of Om Bhurbu Soha. And this continued for almost 6 months. And one day, by God's grace, I said, come on, what I am doing? So what happened in the 6 months? I have created a habit for my mind. And what was the habit? The moment the mala comes in the hand, Om Bhurbu Soha, kapde dhone hai. Why don't they have a washing machine over here? We don't have to. We are not come here to wash clothes. We have come for Brahma Jnanam. What is this Brahma Jnanam? Then I realize that once the mind gathers the momentum, we get carried away by that momentum. You see the rivers, Ganges for example. You can comfortably swim, no problem. But what troubles is not the water, but the flow of the water that troubles us. Exactly the same way. Thoughts don't disturb us. It is the momentum created by the thoughts. And this we don't understand. And then we go to yoga. I always feel Patanjali must be turning in his grave. He has never said yoga means twisting the body. But if you see throughout the world, yoga means only this. I don't know if I told here recently, I was in US and in LA. One lady came and after my talk she said, I am so and so, and she gave her card. And the card, I read it. I put it in the pocket. How can I tear it before them? So happy. So then he said, you also have the card, please give. I said, no, I don't have card. I got website. Then her card was yoga under tree. That was the card. So, do you teach yoga? I said, yes, I teach. What is your yoga? I said, yoga on the tree. See, friends, the most misunderstood word in the whole universe is yoga. See, Patanjali has never said asana means twisting the body. He very clearly tells, sthira sukham asana. Sukham, bliss. Sthira, steady. You have to be steadily happy and happily steady. That is asanam. See, friends. And a question comes, how can we achieve this? Patanjali himself tells, there are only two techniques. One is prayatna shaitilya, second is ananta samapatibhya. Prayatna shaitilya means minimum efforts in life. That doesn't mean lazy. We put maximum efforts because we are dumb. See, with minimum efforts, you are normal. For example, those who are hard of hearing, they have to put lot of efforts to listen. And when you put lot of efforts, naturally you get tired. And when you get tired, you want to give up. See? Therefore, such people, those who are hard of hearing, they come for the satsang, they get tired, and then why waste time? Then they go to sleep. I call it a jhatka meditation. And then, after the lecture is over, they are the first to come and tell me, Swamiji, you are awesome. Because you put me to sleep. See? Now why this happens? Because he was putting lot of efforts. You will see great masters. They work. If you take simple example of Swami Vivekananda, the reported work of Vivekananda is such huge, voluminous, that even if we simply want to read, our life will not be enough. And he did not live for 70, 80, 90, 100 years. His productive work was hardly 15, 20 years. How it can happen? Prayatna shaitilya. Because he was normal. And what is being normal? Be attentive. The second word is ananta samapatti. Ananta means infinite. Samapatti, merging. Now we are all living as somebody. The somebody is the one who is constantly struggling for two things. These two things I tell you through one example. One British lady, she asked me this thing. Swamiji, I don't know how you work, you don't get tired, you keep on running everywhere. I want to be like you. Please tell me what I should do. I want to be like you. I say, you cannot be like me, first of all. Why? To be like me, you have to have beard. Longer the beard, confirm is the wisdom. Half the beard, doubtful is the wisdom. No beard, no wisdom. Swamiji, you only make jokes, but tell me, really, I want to be like you. I said, Mama, do you know what is your problem? Two problems. Number one, you are struggling to prove something to somebody. What do you want to prove to whom? Be yourself. Relax. Know what people will say. They have got better things to do. Our whole life is this struggle, and therefore we get tired. And the second thing is, we try to justify. See, I was coming, but the GPS gave way. Nobody asked you. But we keep on justifying. And this is how we become somebody. Somebody is always struggling. Nobody never struggles. And who is nobody? The one who is abhivyakti, manifestation, and not a vyakti, not an individuality. See, friends. Therefore, we have to learn this from our day-to-day experiences. Don't struggle in life. Be at peace with yourself. And that can be done by giving up small little stuff. There is a beautiful small book, Don't Sweat Over Small Stuff. Tell me, is any one of us miserable because we could not become President of the United States? We are miserable. I did not get a cup of tea in the morning. Arey, daridri, have standard misery. Our miseries are also miserable. See, friends, therefore, we have to merge with the infinite, and then you will see. You will be always at peace. And this we have to learn from day-to-day experiences. See? Now what happens? There was one boy, a Gujarati boy in India, and after my lecture he came with his helmet and he was climbing the steps on the stage. I said, hey, get down, let me get down, you ask me there. Swamiji, what is wrong if I run after girls? I said, nothing wrong, run. You want a company, I am free. He said, Swamiji, you don't understand. I said, yes, I don't understand. What is wrong? This is your age. You must run after girls. In the old age, you run after buffaloes. Now you run after girls. He got so disgusted. He expected I will start giving him big lecture. No, beta, we belong to that country. That is our culture. You should not run after the girls. You should run after the buffaloes. But I didn't say that. I said, come on, run. And he became more frustrated. I said, look here, my dear friend, that is not your problem. Your problem is, when you want to study, your mind runs here and there. You are unable to focus yourself on whatever you do. That is your problem, is it not? Yes. See, you don't know even what is your problem. Then I told him. Once I went in a very remote, deep forest area in a school. And I was there for about 4, 5, 6 days. And small girls, maybe age group 9 to 12. A residential school in a tribal belt. So after I finished my 5, 6 days talks there, playing with the children and all that, when I was leaving, children, they started crying, Swamiji, don't go, please stay here, I said, okay. And then when I was going, they say, okay, we want to give you some gift. But you close your eyes, I close. Extend your palm, I extend your palm. And don't open, okay? And somebody kept something on my palm. Then they say, now open and see. So I saw. There was simple bookmark, what the children in the forest can give, made out of some paper cut, and on that it was scribbled by those children. And they were the words of Vivekananda. All great achievements are possible through great sacrifice. Now tell me which guru you want in this world. See, all great achievements demand great sacrifice. So if you are seeking something higher in life, lower things will automatically drop. But what we are seeking? A cup of tea. So unless we start seeking something higher, the lower world will keep on troubling us. See? Like one question I come across 100 times, same thing. Swamiji, you go to these countries, are Indians your audience? Where do you stay? You stay in the Indian houses or you stay in these people's houses? And what do you eat? I said, look here, I don't go there to eat. Eating is secondary. You will get something to eat. See, friends. And therefore, This we have to clearly understand that all the problems are born because we are unable to recognize this. That real spiritual life is you are happy for no reason. If you are happy because your wife is very nice, she is understanding, she is intelligent, this is just example. And therefore you are happy, what is your contribution? But if she is Kali, Karali, cha Bhayanaka cha, and yet you are happy, then you are a genius. See, friends. Therefore, the first thing we have to learn as a spiritual practice, we have to be happy under all conditions. And what is the meaning of happy, being happy? Not going and joining the laughing club. All the laughing club people are frustrated in their whole life. And in the old days they remember, I should have laughed sometime. Then there are laughing clubs. And when everybody is nicely sleeping, in the public garden they will go in the morning and then they laugh. This I have seen in Bhopal in India. Where I was staying, there was a nice garden. I used to go for a walk. And about a dozen old people with the central province coming out, they will be standing there. And a young man will come and teach them how to laugh. They will be standing in a circle. And then he will say, I will clap 3 times, clap, 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 and then say, ha, 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 okay? And then he will do, clap, clap, ha, 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 and ha, ha, ha. Not this way. Say it right from your stomach, ha, ha, ha. Loudly, loudly. And then they get into Josh. Again, let's do it. Ha, ha. They do so loudly that their dentures are offered. Then there is another problem. Which denture belongs to whom? That is not being happy. Being happy is living at zero complaint level. No complaints about anything. See what a joy it is. You know, our lifestyle is what? In the winter, we complain about cold. Oh God, it is too cold, it is too cold. God said, okay, I give you summer. Then, oh God, it's too hot, it is too hot. Okay, I give you rains. Rains come, oh, it is too much raining. Bhagavan says, you give anything to this fellow, he only complains. Therefore, he doesn't listen to our complaints. See? If you are driving car in India and if you complain that there are animals coming across the road, then you are not fit to live in India. In India, democracy is not limited to human beings. It is extended to the animals. Any animal can go anywhere, anytime without a license. But then we keep on complaining. See, and in this manner, when we learn the real spiritual life is be at peace under all conditions. That is all. And when you are happy, be attentive, you have no impact of time on you. Whenever you are happy, you are now. Whenever you are happy, you are here. Whenever you are happy, you are nobody. Whenever you are happy, everybody likes you. See? Like there was a school, and in the school the teacher told, today we will do one thing, everybody write a small story. But in that story, remember, the story should conclude happily, not miserably. Don't write a long story, short story. And start. So everybody started. And one child finished in 2 minutes. And just, what about you? I finished story. You said, write a small story. I had written a small story, so no time required. I finished. So she said, okay, everybody stop. He has already finished the story, let him read. He read. There was a man and a woman, first sentence. Second sentence. They were standing back to back. Third sentence. They started walking. Fourth sentence. Thereafter they lived happily. Now tell me, when you are happy, you are a man or a woman, you are young or old, you are in South Africa or South America, you are, that's it. There cannot be any more effective spiritual practice than being happy. And this yoga is not Patanjali's yoga. This yoga is Sri Krishna yoga. See, in one place, many years before, the time I was young, and in some platform you are called, so as usual I was alone. And when I went and sat like this, so organizer said, no, don't sit there. You have to sit on the dais because you are one of the speakers. I said, all right. So I went. He said, where is your sevak? I said, who are you? Now sevak, what he should do? He should give an asana. I said, hey, asana lagao. So I sat there. Thereafter, then my turn came to talk on Gita. So I talked lightly as usual. And then one elderly Babaji told me, Maharaj, now you are young, it is okay, but you should not talk so lightly on Gita. Gita is a very important book. I said, okay, Maharaj, I am sorry, I will not do it. Over. That day I learned one thing. Never argue, discuss anything with the elderly people. Whatever they say, you say yes. After 2 seconds, they will forget. Yes, about what? No problem. The moment you discuss and argue, they will get lost into it. With the two things you do with the elders, you will be always happy. Never argue. And second thing is, ask them to talk about themselves and don't listen. They are kept busy and you can do your job. Very simple. These are the practical tips. That is called Bhagavan Krishna Yoga. So, I finished that, and then when I went out, one of the youngsters was in the audience. He said, Swamiji, why didn't you tell him the truth? I said, look here, he's elder than us. We should never argue, teach anything to the elders. Those people who do not have an altar of reverence in their heart, they are poorer than the poorest. There has to be one altar in one's life wherein we do not argue, we do not discuss, but we surrender. That is the only way we can transcend the logic. When we don't transcend the logic, we become intellectuals. And intellectuals are those who are intelligently miserable. See, friends. Okay, then you tell me why you talk so lightly. I say, look here, if you study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna, how he spoke, Sanjay tells. Very clearly he tells. When Arjuna was just crying, that time Bhagavan said, Prahasanniva Bharata. Hey Dhritarashtraji, when Arjuna was confused crying, to that crying miserable Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna spoke smilingly. When the original Bhagavad Gita is delivered happily, why we should become miserable? The only reason is we don't learn. See, similarly, one person asked me, Swamiji, Bhagavad Gita, it is Karma Yoga important or Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga or the Upasana, Bhakti Yoga? What is important? I said, I don't know. This also I learned. You are all my gurus. From everybody I learn something or the other. That is my spiritual practice. So when I go to USA, my gurus are the NRI children. You ask any NRI child, hey, you are in class which? Class 9. As if they are obliging while replying. Then you ask them, okay, what do you plan to become in your life? Like in the Gayatri Mantra is Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. But we add something, Om Bhur Bhu Swaha, that is called as Vyavruti. So similarly, my gurus, they add the Vyavruti. You ask them, hey, what do you want to become in your life? A, U, E, Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. And then mantra, I don't know. It is such a powerful mantra. So I use it always. I don't know. After that, no question. See, friends, don't get lost in this world in arguments and logic. See? So what Bhagavan Krishna told? He told, first of all, correct your identity. We all suffer from the same disease called as identity crisis. Like what? A common problem, common question. Swamiji, that way my mind is not disturbed, but whenever I sit for meditation, now what happens? There are too many horrible thoughts come in my mind. What should I do? I said, don't do meditation, forget about it. No, but my guru told me to do meditation, then do meditation. No, but then bad thoughts come, then don't do meditation. But why the bad thoughts come? I said, because of meditation. Meditation is not good for you, don't do. You have got the allergy of meditation. Don't complain. See? Now we'll do a small experiment. We'll learn from that experiment that thoughts are always born to the seed. And the seed is always somebody. See? Last time also we did this experiment. Wherever you are, become husband or wife and see what kind of thoughts come in your mind. Next experiment, become children or parents and see what thoughts come to your mind. And remain as nobody. Now let us analyze these three experiments. When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to the wife and husband respectively. When you became parents or children, the thoughts are pertaining to children or parents. But when you remain nobody, no thoughts. So when you are sitting for your meditation, first thing, you have to insist to yourself that now I am nobody. See, yoga, chittavritti, nirodha, frustrating yourself. When a husband will sit for meditation, what will be the Ishta Devata? Belan Devi. When the mother-in-law will sit for meditation, what will be the Ishta Devata? Bahu. When the Guru will sit for meditation, Ishtadevata, disciples. We become somebody and then we struggle. Meditation, don't disturb. Therefore, you see all this meditation, what do you call, meditation spas, I can call them. Outside there is a board. Meditation in progress, keep silent, don't disturb. They are already disturbed inside. See, friends, and they switch off the lights in meditation. Is meditation something bad to be done in darkness? But why then they tell? I say, because the reason is, then both can sleep. The students also can sleep, the Guru also sleeps, and after meditation is over, they are awakened from sleep. These are all the cartoons, friends. Protect yourself from these wrong things. See. And we can learn only if we develop this faculty of learning from every experience of our life. Every experience is our Guru. Learn. And then you will slowly discover what is the yoga according to Bhagavan Krishna. This particular verse is from 6th chapter. He says, Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga. Dukkha sanyoga means when miseries come in your life. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam. You refuse to be miserable. Yoga sannitam. That is called as yoga. See? What Patanjali say? Sthira sukham asanam. Steady, happy. Bhagavan Krishna says, refuse to be miserable. Now what sadhana we have to do? Sanishchena yoktavyaha. Make it a firm resolution. May anything happen, refuse to be miserable. Sanishchena yoktavyaha. And yoga anirvinna chetasa. Don't give up. So how to start? Normally people ask this question, hey, how are you? Don't tell the truth. Learn to speak lies. Somebody asks, how are you? You fire. Once I was going somewhere for my lecture, and one small girl sitting backside, and that day her friend had come. I said, hey, who is the second one? Swamiji, she is my classmate. I said, hey, how are you? I said, this is not the way to reply. Again, I will ask you, how are you? You should say, I am on the top of the world, okay? Then I said, now we'll start. How are you? I am on the top of the world. Sorry? This is not the being on the top. The word should carry the meaning. So the moment anybody asks you, how are you? You blast out, I am on the top of the world. He should wake up. Okay, I want to come there. See, friends. Don't talk about your miseries. Do not justify that you are miserable. See, complete your chemistry will change. See, friends. Therefore, when we start learning from day-to-day experiences of our life, then your mind is at peace. Pure mind is that mind, according to Bhagavan Shankaracharya, where inquiry about the self kindles naturally. What is a perfect mirror? Where things are reflected as they are. In the same manner, our pure mind is that mind where the truth is reflected in its entirety, completely, perfectly. See. Now we'll go a little deeper. Me attend you. We are so many here. Why we are so many? Because our attention is on the shapes, and the forms. But are these shapes and forms possible without the shapeless, formless space? We don't recognize the space. But without space, is anything possible? Now, the second thing we learn, space supports all the forms, all the contents. In Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Bhagavan says, Nainam chintanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapaha, na shosheti marutaha, achedyo yam achedyaha ayam. This is not cut by the weapons, not becoming wet because of the waters, doesn't get burned because of the fire, and doesn't get dried because of the air. What is that? That is space. So space supports everything, doesn't oppose anything, but doesn't get influenced by anything. So if I get disturbed because of somebody, oh, why this fellow has come? And you know, these are the things we have to enjoy rather than suffering. Just imagine, suppose she doesn't like me. And I don't know that. So I'll go, hey, hello, how are you? Oh God, that fellow has come. She's suffering and I don't know, and I'm enjoying. Hey, come on, let's have a cup of tea. Isn't it? So what we have to do? Be like space. Be with everyone, but don't get influenced by anybody. Like what? You are listening, but not getting influence. So you are practicing it. See, friends, when we thus start leading our life, you will see slowly, the knowledge which is in the books and the satsanga, that starts changing our whole attitude towards life. Then we will come to know what Bhagavad Gita taught. Bhagavad Gita, whatever said to Arjuna, none of them was practiced by Arjuna. He was on the battlefield. He was not in your AC room doing meditation. Chucho deshe pratisthapya sthiram asanamatmanah nattuchritam natinicham chailajana kushottaram tatraikagram manakritva. No. None is did. Or nor he took the mala in the hand, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Nor he did any charity. Nor he did any yoga. Then what happened in whole Bhagavad Gita? Only one thing. Bhagavan Krishna asked him, Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, have you heard me properly? All your doubts have gone. Confusion has disappeared. And what Arjun says? He doesn't say, I am realized. I have seen God. No. He says, Nashto moha. My delusion is gone. Delusion about what? Who am I on the battlefield? His problem was whether he is a disciple to Dronacharya, or he is a grandson to Bhishmacharya, or he is a brother to others. Who is he? Or he is a warrior. We all are having only this one issue. There is no other issue. Which teacher doesn't know what is his or her job? Which father doesn't know what is his job toward the children? Which children do not know What is their responsibility toward the parents? Everybody knows, because we are all knowledge. We are not ignorance. We all know. But then what happens? Suddenly, some kind of overpowering emotions takes possession of us, and for a moment we forget. And in that momentary forgetfulness, wrong things happen in life. See, friends, it's only because we are possessed by these thoughts. They become such tremendous momentum. And therefore, if you study the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you see the thoughts of Arjuna. One thought was breeding next thought. First of all, he said, how can I kill near and dear? After seeing them, I am totally confused. The Gandiva is slipping from my hands and my mind is going in circles and I can't think properly. Very good. Then don't think. But then he started thinking. When you are not capable of thinking, stop thinking. See, there are 3-4 stages. When you are happy, never give a promise to anybody. You know the story of Ramayana. Kaikeyi helped Dasharath ji, and Dasharath ji was very happy, so he gave a promise. I give you 3 boons. And Ramayana happened. So whenever you are happy, never give any promise to anybody. Whenever you are angry, never discuss anything to anybody. If you are angry, somebody comes to discuss, excuse me, I have to go to toilet. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama param. And when you are confused, don't take any decisions. Tad vidyanartham gurumeva vigachet. Every place, there are wise people. Go and take advice. If you are not able to decide properly. But these tricks of the mind, we are unable to understand. We become overpowered. And then our life is nothing but a saga of regrets. I should not have done this. I should not have done this. I should have done that. See, friends. Therefore, when we are leading our day-to-day life, we have to observe that is our mind carrying us or we are carrying the mind with us. And therefore, we have to, real spiritual practice means we have to discipline our mind. And mind can be disciplined, be attentive under 2 conditions. Number 1, what is called a suppression. You have to suppress your mind. After that, sublimation through education. Once I was in US, one person, she asked me, Swamiji, we have studied psychology in our college and they say you should not have suppressions in your life. They create abnormal things. I said, thank you for telling me this thing. So why? I said, I am also feeling I should give one hard blow on your nose so that your nose comes from backside. I should not suppress, is it not? I have to suppress and then educate that this is not right. See, friends, and that separation comes only if we have got something higher to achieve in life. No, not for me. See, friends. And slowly, the real spiritual practice begins when we start working on our mind. The day we start working on our mind, we are reborn. Bhagavad Gita says, Trividham naraka sedam dwaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhas tatha lobaha tasmat etatrayam tyajet. When I was talking in school, that these are the three gateways to hell: desire, anger, and greed. Therefore, you should give it up. So instead of understanding this, one child asked this question: Swamiji, how many gateways are for the heaven? I have to reply, it's only one. Why? I said, there is more rush in the hell. Heaven, hardly there is anybody going. So these are the three gateways to hell. Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha. See. Therefore, we have to observe when we are functioning in this world, who is propelling our thought process. Is it desire, Kama, or it is Shama, the wisdom? Who is guiding us? Are we doing something because we like or we don't like? Or we are doing something because it is right or not right? And see the funny part. What we like need not be good. And what is good, we may not like. Example, early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. What is our life? Late to bed and late to rise is a guarantee to be unhealthy and otherwise. See, we have to be extremely aware. Then slowly we will come to discover all the tricks of the mind. And for that, the last thoughts. First, we have to arrest the flow of thoughts. So to arrest the flow of thoughts, we have learned that the thoughts are bred when the topic or the theme is finite. Now make the infinite as the theme. Then you will see there won't be thought breeding and there won't be a momentum of thoughts. It is something like you have got a nice straight road, no disturbance of any kind. After some time, we become drowsy going on straight. Then suddenly in between there are speed breakers. Speed breakers, come to normal. Exactly. When your mind is being carried away, instead of all that, bring a speed breaker. And what is the speed breaker? Take out your mala and start. I have to complete one mala. Before that, I will not think on any topic. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Never mind. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Break this momentum of thoughts. Don't complain. See? And you see, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, desire and anger, they come as an attack for few seconds. And Lobha is greed all the time. These are the three things. They are making the mess of our life. And this is how the thought process begins. And therefore, when we make a rule in our life that unless I complete 2 malas, 3 malas, 4 malas, I won't take tea or coffee, try to do it. You see, slowly your mind will start getting disciplined. And that disciplined mind can be further purified. Then you will come to know, when you are chanting the Lord's name, then you start playing with the different techniques. So, chant the Lord's name Not like the Ayurvedic medicine. How we take Ayurvedic medicine? We take the medicine and a glass of water. Oh God, oof, horrible. Our chanting is like that. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Not like that. It is not Ayurvedic medicine. Then chant the Lord's name like you are eating chocolate. We don't take chocolate and take a glass of water. No, we park it in the parking lot and keep on enjoying it for next 10-15 minutes or 1 hour. Exactly the same way. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When we will do these experiments in our own life, spiritual life is doing experiment on yourself. Don't do anything mechanically. Do experiments. Then one day you will come to discover more than how many times we have chanted the Lord's name. Important is how much time we are with the Lord. In the language of Patanjali, Ananta Samapatibhyam. In the language of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, what is Ananta Samapatti of Patanjali and what is God realization according to Bhagwan Krishna? Only 2 things. He says, Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshna sukha dukkeshu tatha manapa manayo. In the 6th chapter, Bhagwan tells, what is God realization? Only 2 things. Number 1, Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkheshu Jitatmanaha. When the complementary opposites come and dash against us in life, the equanimity of our mind is not corrupted. We have realized 50%. The remaining 50%. Manapa manayoho prashantasya. The world comes to us in the form of complementary opposites. Many people translate it as pairs of opposite. I don't believe in that. It is not pairs of, they are complementary. If there is no health, disease has no meaning. If there is no death, life has no meaning. If there is no poverty, riches have no meaning. See, therefore, the world is made like this. So, the impact of this world is minimized by keeping the mind at peace, cool, jitatmana. And it can be done only through wisdom. And second thing, the people come to us. Not only the world, people come to us in 2 ways. Somebody will honor us, somebody will not honor us. Mana apamana. When the honor and dishonor doesn't disturb our peace, we are one with the Lord. See? This we have to learn in our day-to-day life. And as we will start learning every day, something, at least one new thing we have to learn every day. It's not first day you write and then every day, second day, ditto, 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 ditto. No. Every day something new. See? It is not food. Morning sandwich, lunch sandwich, dinner sandwich. Next day, morning sandwich. No. Every day new. See? Then slowly you will come to discover spiritual life is a 24/7 business. It is not a part-time profession. Half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No. We have to live 24/7. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.